Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here, and welcome to my channel, where today we are reviewing entries for my Warrior Sims Novel Inspiration Challenge, which is exactly what it sounds like. My regular followers will know that I write novels, and when I can, I like to merge the two interests and sometimes look to the Sims community for inspiration, which is what this is all about. So that said, I should warn that this video may end up being slightly rambly because it has to do with my novels, and I'm a bit obsessed with my novels. But, you know, it's YouTube, so if you don't like it, you can click away. But if you do, stick around. In any case, you can pause to get all the details here, but the overarching thing is that I've got to create 8 warriors for a portion of my third novel, and they're part of my main species. And nearly every member of that species has brown skin, dark hair, and blue eyes, so that was a requirement. Other than that, I pretty much gave people free rein to do whatever they imagined, including UCC. I also made backstories a bonus thing and gave everyone just a tiny bit of information about the warrior species in the novels if they wanted to use it. And if not, if they wanted to totally do their own thing with it, that was fine too. And speaking of the novels, in case anyone is interested, I do have a website, clchick.com. My first chapter of the first novel is out there. It's high fantasy. If anyone is interested in that, I'm always looking to increase my beta reading pool too. So if beta reading is something you're interested in, please do visit my website, clchick.com, and all of the information is out there. I'm actually on the third novel, so you get to read a couple of novels for free and see what you think of them. So far, the reviews and everything have been outstanding, thankfully. Thank you. That's very nice. I'm very, very happy about that. And hopefully my beta readers are being honest with me and the books are as good as they say they are, so fingers crossed. But nonetheless, all right, let's get into this challenge. So first up, we have Sylas, and this is by Lara Ann BYT. This sim here. So this is really cool. I like this hairstyle, and I may use this hairstyle. And this is one of the things I said when I did the challenge that I would say like which sims that I was maybe using for inspiration. But what ends up happening with these challenges, and it was too long to explain in a tweet, but what ends up happening is I typically take parts in pieces and sort of use that. And these particular warriors that I'm going to be describing in the novel, I'm not going to be describing them in, you know, to the nth detail. They're going to be kind of lightly described. So what I was looking for, what I was hoping to get from simmers creating these, was maybe some unique features and in different things. A lot of people went with different facial markings, tattoos, piercings, different things like that. So that's really cool. So anyway, this is our first guy, and Lara Ann did not do an extensive bio. She did a little short bio, but she was kind of cute with this. Sometimes a warrior just wants to live their cottagecore fantasy, like Sylas here, and I think that's adorable. So she sort of made a little bit of a nice warrior, I think, as he's off fishing, and then he's in the water here. So yeah, and I like his facial markings, and I like his hair a lot. And here he just looks like he's enjoying life. So that's really cool. But yeah, I like the hair a lot on him. I may kind of use that. That's a possibility. But so that was Lara's entry. So that's entry number 1. And then we get into Ajax Alburn by Donna, and I'm going to say Donna. I have her Twitter handle below. It's APJOSPHTU07, so it's a really complex Twitter handle, and so I'm just going to go with Donna because that's easier. Hopefully Ajax shows up well here, because for some reason her picture came in really small, so I had to kind of enlarge it quite a bit, so it's a little bit pixelated. But this guy is really cool, and the thing that I love most about this guy is the headband. One of these warriors is definitely going to have a headband, and this is the type of thing that I was looking for, like these little things. Like, what are these little things that I can have, because I'm introducing 8 characters in the novel at once. If I give readers too much, it will be too much, so I kind of have to pick and choose, and maybe have like each warrior have 1 or 2 unique features, and that's kind of it. If I describe them into the nth detail, people will absolutely hate it and want to put down the novel, and it'll slow the pacing and yada yada, all that good stuff. And all that good stuff that we don't want to happen is actually actually all bad stuff. We don't want to slow the pacing and bore readers to death. So unique features are really key. And I love the bandana thing. I'm so going to be using that. That is awesome. So, all right. So Donna did a little bit of a bio here. Ajax Alburn is a first-class master warrior hoping to soon achieve the rank of ace warrior, which he has trained for since a very young age. He never knew his parents, but he can still remember a woman's soft voice singing to him. And with that memory, he wants to succeed because he knew he was once loved. So that's so incredibly sweet. And technically in the novels, this actually could happen. She sort of gave me a little idea here, because obviously the woman births the baby and she has it for a short period of time before it goes to the government. So technically she could sing to the baby while he's, you know, still hers before she gives him up to the government. So yeah, so I really like this. That's a very, very cool. And then we have a couple of pictures of him. And oh, by the way, Donna, if you're watching, I hope that you are not upset that I lightened these photos. For whatever reason, they came across as super, super dark. So I lightened these a little bit. I like this dude's clothes too, by the way. And I love the fact that he's got this really long hair. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I'm really loving here. And look how tough he looks here. Oh, he looks fierce there. I love the fierce look. That's so cool. And then this one is pretty cool too, because the smoke coming out, or not smoke, the steam coming out of the mouth and everything. So that's pretty cool too. But yeah, really neat stuff here. So yeah, that's Donna's. And next up, we have Tao Ibrahim. Tao Ibrahim? Am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but Tao is a warrior rank. It's actually, and I'm so happy Lisa did this. This is by Lisa B. Sims, and she did the lowest rank. She's the only one that did the lowest rank. So Tao is the lowest rank of warrior, and she did a little bio as well. And she's actually got this whole thing and I put the website down below at the bottom, https://lisabsims.com. She's got this whole lookbook and everything that she's done, a bunch of different poses with the story and everything. But yeah, she gave us this. Ibrahim, I'm probably totally butchering this name, has never known a family outside of his military regiment. Accurate. Essentially, he was born and raised by his government to be a warrior to defend his people. He's proud to serve alongside his brothers as they work to protect his people. I love that she used brothers here. They actually refer to each other as warrior brothers. So, and I don't think she knew that. So it's kind of really cool that she did that. Anyway, so she says, although he is still only ranked a Tao, the lowest and most abused class of warriors, he trains harder than all the others in his regiment. He's very ambitious and driven. He has his eyes set on the goal of Ace, the most elite of his brethren. This is a fact not lost on his commander, who has seen the fire in his eyes and believes one day he will indeed be an ace. His commander admires that zeal. He's taken Ibrahim under his tutelage and nurtured him like a son, the son he would have never been allowed to have. Ibrahim is very fond of his commander, and for him, the commander has become the father he never had growing up in the Institute. So this is such a nice bio. It's so much nicer than what actually happens to these warriors in my novels. So this particular warrior could be very happy that he lives in Lisa's world and not my novel world, because this cannot happen in the novel world, but it's so sweet and it's so nice and I love it. But yeah, that's kind of cool. And not only is her warrior pretty cool, you got to see the last picture. The last picture just kind of like blew me away. I don't even know how she did it, but it's so cool. So he's got this cool look. He's got these eyes, right? I love this gaze that he's got looking at us and everything. It's really neat. He's got a good face, good gaze. And this one's pretty cool too. So he's got these hollowed out cheeks. I like that he's got these hollow cheeks. That's one of the things that really strikes me about him. So again, I'm looking for like one kind of specific feature on each warrior that I can kind of point out. And he's got kind of a thinner face and hollowed out cheeks. I really like it. And then this image, look at this. I don't even know how she captured this. Like, how is this done? I don't know how she did this image, but it's so cool. Lisa, if you watch, please let me know how you actually captured this image, because this is so neat. I mean, it looks like he's like getting ready to stomp down on your face. One eye open, one eye closed. It's so cool. And the hair is cool too. I like the hair a lot as well. All right, next up we have Divin the Simmer. Divin. I'm not quite sure how that's supposed to go. But anyway, he created this guy, Nakoa, and you're going to see names similar to this come up all over the place. This is so funny. He created this guy. We have Menas, who created a guy with a similar name. And then we have another person who I'm just meeting through this challenge, who also created people with similar names. And in my novel, I actually have a character that's named Noak. So I don't know, there is a thing with these particular letters and similar names. I don't know, it's just really funny. But in any case, this guy is so cool looking. Look how cool looking he is. And part of the reason I love blue eyes with brown skin, so that's kind of why I made that. My main species has those two features, and look how cool his eyes look, like even more so because he's got the black around them. They just stand out so much. But the thing, I told you, one feature on each I'm probably going to pick from each of them. I love the tat at the top. So I think one of the warriors is going to have like a diamond style tat at the top. And this is another one. Everyone used like really cool hairs, which is very neat too. And we had several people that used this outfit, I think. And that's also really cool because their homeland is actually a little bit colder than some of the other lands. So when they're back at home, they actually do kind of wear furs and stuff like that. So that's very neat. So we have his little bio here. Nakoa is a fearless ace warrior who also has shape-shifting abilities. Now this is accurate to my novel, by the way. They're all a unique type of shapeshifter. And I won't go into detail here on exactly how they're unique. If you're interested, sign up for beta reading, read the novels. Although he is admired and praised by many, he really has no identity and doesn't know where he truly comes. I would think we're missing a word there. And doesn't know where he truly comes from. He and all his companions were taken from their parents as infants and raised to be true warriors, which is also accurate to the books. And by the way, I didn't necessarily expect people to match up with what was with the books. I just gave people a little bit of information that came from the books if they wanted to be inspired by it. There was no requirement for that. There actually wasn't any requirement for a backstory. I just said, hey, bonus, because it makes the Sims a little bit more interesting if you kind of make something up, you know? And speaking of things in the background, look at this background. Oh my God, this background is like so cool too. And his walk, he's looking all tough and everything in the outfit. And oh my God, look at the chest and the chest hair and the six pack. And all right, I could get pervy looking at Sims. Seriously, should you get turned on by Sims? There's something wrong with me. Yeah, definitely something wrong with me. But yeah, look how freaking cool that is. And here he's looking all tough with the arms out and everything, loving it. I love those tats too. Those are some of my favorite tats that he used as well on the arms, the biceps. Very good. And this one here, I like with the arms folded too. That's a very, very good look, a nice, powerful, strong look. So this guy is cool too. And the pictures are so, I don't know, they're just so cool and colorful. I love them. And next up, we have, again, a similar name, Nakoa Malau. And this one is by Mena Buchner. And slight disclaimer on this, we're going to have to rat Mena out just a little bit. She's got a little bit of a leg up on everyone else because she is actually one of my beta readers. And she's actually also been working with me. We've been working together on creating the characters in the novels. And so I have this website with some of the characters that are in the novels. We still have a lot more to go, but we have the start. We have a few out there, so that's pretty cool. But because she's a beta reader, she has like a little bit more background on the world and the characters and all of this. And this guy is very, like, his whole look and everything to me is very sort of typical of this species. They're called Lystra in my book. So he sort of looks like a very typical Lystra, and he's got a nice tough look. He's just cool looking. And this one, I really, really love the hair on this one. Oh man, I love the hair that she used, and I like the ties and everything, the whole thing. And she's another one that used that furry thing too, which I think is very cool. She also, she told me that she did the skull thing on his face to indicate shifting. So that's kind of a nifty thing. Now they do shift into, they shift body parts into animals. It's basically kind of how it goes. It's a magical bonding thing in this whole thing. Anyway, that's just kind of cool. But she gave the best little bio thing. And again, she's got more of a heads up, and this is so cool. So, okay. Training begins at birth. No love or warmth, a life without mirth. We shift, we change, our faces begin to alter. The change takes us over, no time to even falter. Our training now an instinct, our mark in the crosshair, the transformation complete. Our prey is swiftly ensnared. From ace to Tao, our life we must give, the ace a life commendable, the lowliest expendable. That is so cool. That is so cool. I love it. I can't do like rhyming stuff, so that like really amazes me when people can do like rhyming stuff. I'm really not very good at it. But I thought this was really cool, and probably one of my favorite parts of this is the last word, actually, because in the world of the novels, they have many men, and the men are expendable because of that in this particular species. And so, yeah, a lot of the warriors, especially the lowest ones, are definitely expendable. So yeah, this whole thing is just so cool. And he's here shirtless, and you got to appreciate the shirtless. At least I do. So I think he looks neat. I like the fact that he's got a couple of swords back there. A lot of the list, or not all of them, but a lot of them do carry more than one sword, so that's pretty cool too. And he just looks neat. And this is pretty cool with the outfit and everything. And I love this background too. This is another background I really like. To me, this is a very good background for this. I like the whole woodsy look and all of that stuff. So it's really nice, especially up around the head and everything. If you want to do headshots, it's a great background. I'm a photographer too, so I look at weird stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I love the whole outfit thing, and the stance with the hands and all of that stuff's very neat. And then we have him here looking a little bit different, with a little bit of a different pose, but looking just as tough. So this one is very cool too. So that is Menas. And then we go on, and we have someone that went like so far above and beyond, like with the whole like design and all of this. Like, I mean, just look at I don't know how she created, I think it's a she, because it's the Mom Cave one. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, Mom Cave. TMC Creative is what she uses for her YouTube channel. And all of that. And I went out and looked at her YouTube channel, by the way, and she does these, what do you call them? I'm going to say this word wrong. Machinimas, however you say that word. Anyway, she does those things, and I looked at like some of the dance videos and things like that, and I don't even know how she does the stuff that she does, but check out her channel because it's some cool stuff out there. Anyway, okay, so during the time of unrest, the remote Nakoa tribe, similar name again, of the north, most known for their ancient heritage of being elemental medicine men, was raided. It was during that time 3 infants were left at the entrance of the government refuge with a simple note. These 3 are the heirs to the Nakoa tribe. They all possess special abilities. Please keep them safe and raise them well. It was shortly after that the tribe was wiped out and thought now to be extinct. The origins of these 3, now men, have been kept as highly classified for fear the truth would bring more unrest to the land. So that is really cool. She took a couple of little things that I put down as inspiration and really did her own thing with it, like the government thing and everything, and just really kind of went her own way with it. And I think that that's super neat. So this is the first one we have, Jiren, which I love the name, and I hope that these don't come as red. For some reason, when I took them off the Twitter, off Twitter, you can tell like I do the Twitter. I know it's really stupid. Anyway, when I took them off Twitter, for some reason the pictures seemed to like look different to me. They all seem to look red, where they didn't look that way on the Twitter. So I don't know why that is. And I said the Twitter again. Everyone's gonna make fun of me. Go ahead, make fun of me in the comments. I don't care. Anyway. I don't know why they look red on my screen, and I'm hoping they don't in the video, but we'll see. Anyway, so this is Jiren, which I love this dude. This dude is really cool. Lots of cool piercings that I'm digging, and really tough look, and of course the sword held high and all of that stuff. Just a really cool look. And each gets their own bio. She did 3, by the way. She did 3 all with their own bio, which is very cool. So, okay, this is the water healer. She gave them each special abilities and everything, which I think is cool as well. So, Jiren is known as the healer of the order. Of the 3, he manifests the healing nature of their native people. He's able to see through to the pain in someone and has the ability to determine whether to heal it or use it to his advantage against his opponent. Jiren will go to battle in the interest of fighting for justice and protection, especially of those weaker within the order. Because of his great powers and successes in battle, Jiren too has achieved the highest rank and is well decorated. Jiren is known to have the ability to transform into liquid, making him stealthy and able to access even the most difficult locations. Yes, I'd imagine so. That's quite an ability. Jiren's strength of empathy can also be his weakness. While he can see into the pain of another, his empathy can be blinding. An enemy who understands this and is able to play on Jiren's sense of others may leave him vulnerable to attack. So this is the other thing that she did that I thought was cool in the backstories, is she gave them each one like ability and a weakness, which I thought was a very cool approach. So, okay, we get a couple more pictures of him. Great outfit. Really great outfit. I love this outfit. And you know what? The pants and the sleeves, all of that stuff, the little capey thing or whatever, that all looks kind of velvet to me. And the funny thing is that the land where these guys come from, this species comes from, they actually export silk. And if you know anything about silk, silk is what makes velvet. And so velvet is actually one of their things as well. So this looks kind of like, the parts of it look kind of velvety to me. And this outfit, I am seriously considering using this as inspiration for maybe the dress of some of the warriors and stuff. I really, really love this outfit. Oh man, I love it so much. So that is very cool. And I love that it's got this, I don't know if that it's a skull thing at the end of the leather, right kind of above his crotch. I don't know exactly what that is, but my Lystra, their sort of like signature animal is the wolf. And they have this thing where they often have a wolf against the specific moon. And so in the book, I could use this outfit, but change that up to be the wolf with the moon set into the moon behind it. And yeah, maybe with a couple of swords, because that's like one of their symbols and all of this with the religious gods and everything. There's a whole bunch of stuff with it. But yeah, I can totally work with that. So that's very, very cool. And she gave him dual swords too, which I like. Again, a lot of my warriors, not all of them, but a lot of them do have a tendency to like dual swords, which is nice. They kind of use swords that are similar to the Japanese katana. And so yeah, I like that she did that. And oh, we get a little bit of a closer look here too. So this is very nice. Yeah, really, really digging that. Very cool. All right, so next, I'm not gonna be able to do this name. I have no idea what this name is. Ithni or something. I don't know. I'm terrible with names. If you give me weird names, I can't pronounce them at all. And I don't remember names either. These names and me just don't get along very well. Nonetheless, let's get to the warrior. Forget the name. He's another one. He's got two swords in the back, which I think is cool. I love the piercings, especially on the ears. Those piercings he's got, those are very neat. That's a cool, distinct feature. I love the scar down the side too. And somehow she managed to put this hair on him and still have him look super manly, which that takes some effort. Like you've got to be able to create a really manly man and be able to use one of those kind of alpha hairstyles and still have them look manly. I always have a hard time with some of the longer alpha hairstyles on men that I want to have, like, especially with the warrior, you kind of want him to have a tough, fierce look. And I don't know, she pulled it off. I can't do it. I think it's very cool that she did, but I can't do it. So all right, so he is the fire guy out of the three. So let's see what his thing says. A ruthless and strong warrior, Ithni, I'm probably saying that wrong, stands as undefeated in battle. Because of his proven strength, strategy, and prowess, he has achieved the highest rank in the order. His physical strength is only surpassed by his strategic intelligence and ability to see through the intentions of his enemies before they can strike. It has been said that he is able to win battles by overtaking his opponents with physical strength, then causing them to combust. Whoa. His weakness is also the fire inside. While he's strong in battle, he is weak to passion. When his fire burns inside, it is insatiable and leaves him in a weakened state and vulnerable to attack. So again, a strength and a weakness, and I think that's very cool the way she did it. I think that's super cool. So really nice stories. And we get a couple of images of him as well. Another outfit that I really like, that I could see like in the world that I'm creating, I could see this type of outfit. It's a good one. Yeah. And that's a cool image too. He's so tough looking. She did very well at creating really tough looking Sims. That's very cool. All right, next up. Oh my God, I could drool over this one. This one, I don't know. He's so animal looking and I love it so much. Oh my God, I love it so much. And part of the reason that I love it so much is because the most powerful warriors are also shifters. They can shift partially into animals and they have like this animal core and all of this stuff. And so yeah, this guy looks so animalistic and I so dig it, especially in this image. He looks so good. And that head thing, I don't even know what that head thing is, but it is cool. And I'm gonna put that on someone somewhere in my novels. I can't use it on these warriors because of the circumstances in which they're introduced and all of this stuff, but that head thing is going somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to use, but I am using that weird head thing somewhere because that is just cool looking. And another one, she's got the piercings in the nose and everything, and man, he is just this guy's like hot. All right, so I'm gonna call him like Achilles, I think. I don't know. This is another name I don't know how to pronounce. And do you guys do what I just did when I read that last thing? If you can't pronounce the name, you just like call it something else or just skip it in books. I do that all the time. If I can't say the name, like I just make it into what I think I want it to be, or just say he when I'm reading and just skip the name entirely. I don't know if other people do that as well, but okay, we're going with Achilles for him. So, okay, Achilles is known for two things: never having made his way beyond the lowest rank and being the most dangerous of warriors. He is not only feared by his opponents, but also by many within the order and some in the government. So this guy's super dangerous. Oh, and his thing on the left, I forgot, says mist. Because of his misuse of his medicine man powers, Achilles has been transformed into a skinwalker, or one who can shapeshift into an animal or a mist. Achilles' attacks are violent, first by transforming into a blinding mist, then into a fierce beast. Once incapacitated, he attacks by animal force, overtaking his opponent, leaving nothing behind. This works to the advantage of the Order when in battle, as he is sent to the fiercest fights, emerging victorious. However, this is also a disadvantage to those who do not satiate Achilles' demands. Achilles is evil and bears no regard for the person towards whom his anger is directed, whether it be an enemy, an ally, or even his own flesh and blood. A jealousy has been brewing within him toward his brothers for most of his life. It is believed that he has been secretly plotting a way to overtake them each in order to rob them of their powers and their positions in the Order. He believes that if he can do this, he has the ability to overcome the government and assume ultimate rule over the land. Ooh, yeah. So this guy's my favorite. I don't know. I like the evil guy the best. So, which is why I saved this one for last, because I don't know. And maybe that says something about me that I like the evil the best. I don't know. It's not a good thing, probably, but but yeah, he's super cool. And look at this pose. Another one, I don't even know where this pose came from or how she did this, but this pose is so cool. And I also love his gloves with the open fingers. So that's another cool idea. Gloves with open fingers. Really dig that idea as well. So yeah, there's this little challenge did what I wanted it to do, which was like give me little tidbits of different ideas that I can use, different unique things that I can add to these 8 warriors that I have to introduce in the novel. So this is very, very neat. And there's a straight front picture of him. I love all the tats too, so that's cool as well. And that would be all of them. He's the last of the bunch. So I want to thank everyone that participated. It's awesome, giving some little inspiration for the novels and everything. And I hope everyone liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you're interested in the novel at all, don't forget to check out clchick.com. And thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you all back again next time. Bye now.